Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the very beginning of our GitLab series, and in this series we will go through from creating the account to GitLab CI/CD pipelines later on in this course, so stay tuned to that. So in today's session I will go through two different things. The first of all, how to install Git on Mac and Linux, and finally we will create an account on gitlab.com. Since I'm on Mac, so I cannot show you how to install Git on Windows, but I have instructed how you could do that. It's very simple. You just download the binaries from the link that I have shown on the screen and then just unzip and click. I myself did the installation of Git on Windows a couple of times in the past. It's very simple. When you install it, it actually adds Git also in the path. Furthermore, if you are interested, you can also install Git Bash, which is really cool. If you want to have Linux-like flavor on Windows, you can install that tool. It is really something I recommend you to install. So to create an account on gitlab.com, we need to have an email address. So in this video, I will show you how to create an account from the scratch. But for example, if you have a GitHub account or a Gmail account or Twitter account, you could already authenticate or you could already create an account using that. If you do so, you do not need to fill up the form. However, if you have any problem or any concern installing Git on Windows, just let us know in the comment section of this video so that we can help you out. In today's session, I will be using Markdown, and then on top of that I'm gonna use VS Code IDE. So you can kind of like use an IDE of your choice. So I have already uploaded some of the videos, so if you're interested you can already check them out. So just to let you know that I actually try to upload content each week, so stay tuned to that. And if you like my videos, do not hesitate to subscribe, share, comment, and put on your valuable comments in the video section. Let me know how did the video go and if that actually helped you to some extent. So I'll be really happy to know that. So now let's get started. So to install Git on Mac, we could go two different ways using Homebrew Package Manager, and also we could download binaries and then install it. But using Homebrew Package Manager is the easiest way, therefore we are installing using Homebrew. So to install Git using Homebrew, we just need to run this command brew install git. That's it. All set. You do not need to set the path, it does everything by itself. So I'm going to show you also how you could use the man pages or how you could look for some help from the CLI. So there are a couple of ways to do it. So either you can Google it or you can just go to the CLI and type in git and help for, let's say, git pull. So you can just write git help pull or git pull dash help, or you can also go for like man page of the git and then grab that to pull. So there are a couple of ways, whichever is convenient to you, you can just go for that. But in this video section I just wanted to show you the options that I normally used when I look for some help content. So you could also use git GUI if you're interested. This is not mandatory, but if you're interested you could go for it. On my Mac I have installed it, so I just wanted to show you there is something exists like so. Excellent. So our installation of Git on Mac is done. It's very simple, just one command that actually does the job for us. So the installation of Git also pretty much similar on Linux system. So the easiest and quickest for me to show you the installation of Git on Linux is using a Docker container. So I have a running container, actually it's running on Ubuntu. So I'm gonna get into the container and then run this command apt-get install git -y. So to install Git, we are using apt-get package manager. So we need to run apt-get install git -y. That is it. As you can see on the screen, I have already installed Git and we are all set now. So if we run git version, that will give you the version currently installed on our local machine. If you are asking questions to yourself at this moment that how do I run those Docker commands, I have actually tutorial videos for that as well. So check out the later sections of this series where you can actually see how I build Docker container, how I push images to GitLab container registry. So just have a look on the videos. I will try to also paste the link how to install Git on Windows, Linux, Mac in the video description so that you can find them easily. And if you are interested Docker related videos, you can also find them in the video description as well. I forgot to mention that my Ubuntu was actually 16.04 LTS version. So now we have installed Git on Mac and Linux system, and we have also seen the version installed on each of those systems. Now, as I said, I'm on Mac. I cannot show you the whole installation process on Windows system, but I'm gonna show you how you could do the installation on a Windows. Open up a browser and type in install Git on Windows and click on the first link. So once you click on the link, it will take you to the download page, and from there you can download actually the exe file. So this is fairly simple, I would say. So after you have downloaded the exe file, by default it should go to downloads folder if you have not changed your default settings. So go and find the exe file and click on that, and it should open up a window where it should actually lead you what to do. So just follow the instructions and finish the installation. You do not have to do anything with the path, since the path is going to be part of the installation. So once the installation is done, open up a cmd command prompt and then type in git. Then you should be able to see the git commands. So now our installation of git is done or completed on all platforms such as Mac, Windows and Linux. Therefore we are ready to open up a browser to create an account on gitlab.com. So just follow me along. I will show you how to create an account step by step. So just open up a browser of your choice and type in about.gitlab.com, or you can just type in Google gitlab.com. So find the link suitable to you, and then it should take you to the landing page of gitlab.com. Once you land on this page, you will see a couple of menu options where you can get a lot of information about different things, such as about the product, pricing, blog, resources, stuff like so that one we are interested in at this moment is the pricing, because we want to create an account in free tier. So we do not want to pay for the services that we are going to use, since this is for learning purposes. But if you're interested, you can go for subscription based services like premium or ultimate. So from the top menu bar we will click on sign in so that we land on signing page. So here you can see on the left hand side, gitlab.com offers free unlimited private repositories and unlimited collaborators. Just wanted to let you know. So then click on register now. So that will open up a form to register. So we need to feed in some information such as first name, last name and username as well. So the username you could choose of your choice, and if the username is available, then it will show you that the username is available. If not, then you need to find or you need to modify a bit, as long as you don't see the username is available. In the email section, you need to put an email address and then the password. So that's once that is done, you click on I'm not a robot, and let's check the boxes here. I think I missed one boxes, but still it let me create the account. So this is done. So next step is to click on register. So GitLab will send you a confirmation email. So you need to open up your inbox. So if you're using Gmail, go to Gmail. Any other, just go to the inbox. And then in my case, I think it took me almost like 1.5 minutes to receive the email. If you did not receive the email, let's say in a minute or two, check your junk or spam folder as well. Once you click on the confirmation email, it will actually land you on sign on page. And once you land on there, then it will be asking for a couple of questions. So for example, in here about the role, you can choose a role that is suitable to you. I mean, this is not something has to be written on stone, but I'm choosing a random role here. So for example, software developer, just own. And email updates is optional. I do not want to get the email update from gitlab.com, so you can uncheck it. So right after, this is the most important part, is the group. Group is kind of like your organization. For example, is your company. And a group contains a lot of projects. Projects are like kind of like departments. So when you have a group, that will give you also a URL, and you can set the visibility to private or you can set to public. If you want to try out the ultimate feature, you could do so as well. You do not have to have a credit card for it, so which is really nice. So click on create group, and the next step is to create a project. So project, as I said, is like a department. So you can have one project, one repo. You cannot have multiple repo. So in this case, I create a private project and click on create project. It's taking a little bit time to create the project and set up the initial stuff. So after waiting 30 seconds or a bit more, actually I landed on this page. So the first time you create an account, you will be landing on this page. So this UI actually I have not seen a couple of years before. So each of these boxes particularly familiarize a new GitLab user. So I will highly recommend each of you to go through the boxes, and it gives you kind of like good information to get you started. Here also it talks about start ultimate trial. It also talks about which features are not included in the free tier but rather included in the premium or ultimate tier. So this is really helpful, I would say. So I highly recommend you to spend some time on those boxes. The reason I'm telling you to spend some time on these features is that many of the features are not supported in the free tier. Therefore, it is very important that you are familiar with free tier services. So once you click on your profile icon, then you will be landing here, and here you can get very good summary about your activity. So in the overview, you can see there are rectangle boxes. Right now it's not colored, it's because we have not done anything yet. If you click on groups, you will see which group you belong to, contributed projects, which projects have you been contributing to, personal projects if there is any. If you have some followers, you can see them. If you're following someone, you can see them as well. And on the top, you can see which day actually you have joined GitLab and also your username. So click on your profile icon again and click on set status. This feature is really useful. You can let your team members know that you are out of office or you are on vacation or you are not working today. So this is a great way of letting your team members know that. You can also set timer. For example, this status should be cleared after X days or after X hours. Now again, click on your profile and find edit profile, and in this section you can change your picture, you can change your time zone, you can change your full name as well, but you cannot change the user ID. You can add more information about your location, job title, organization, and most important part is this one, private profile. So if you, let's say you don't want your teammates to know your activity, so you can set your profile as private. So here I'm going to show you how it looks like when you show you the activity and for a private profile. So in the private profile, you cannot see those colored boxes. So profile is kind of like private only to the user. So now let's go to the projects and click on your projects. So here you should see list of projects that you have access to. So in my case I have 2 projects here. So we have created one while we created the account. So when you create a brand new project, you will see these setup instructions like global setup, how to create a new repository, and all those things. And also you will see this kind of or information here, how to add the SSH keys. In the later section of this video, I actually will go through all of the steps, so at this moment we do not have to go through them. I might make another video if you feel like so about GitLab settings. So on that video I will walk through all the important GitLab series that you must know. If you want to learn it by yourself, just log into gitlab.com and click on different options and try to understand what each of those options are doing. So that would be a kind of like a starter point to learn about GitLab UI or to get familiarized to GitLab UI settings. If you like my videos and you want to support me, share my videos, subscribe me, and thank you for watching and stay safe. Cheers.